Hello, this is Lapse of Reason. I used to be Friedrich Nietzsche 25, but I got rid of that name because it doesn't really suit me anymore, and I don't really like that philosopher anymore, and I don't really recognize myself with the atheist movement, even though I am an atheist. I recognize myself more as a thinking person, period. Just like many of you out there might be thinking people. You don't have to be an atheist to be a thinking person. You don't have to be a Christian or whatever. It doesn't matter what your religious affiliation is. It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. What you need to know is that you need to question everything. And in this topic, what I will be questioning is feminism. First wave feminism is something to be in awe of, something that is very good for society, something that moved society forward, made us realize and understand that women just have the same right as men to vote, to fucking vote. And not only that, but to be viewed, at least not back then, but a little bit more now, as equals. People who are equal to men. Now, of course, we've already gotten past the first wave feminist movement, which was literally just called the women's suffrage movement, which was not called the feminist movement because it wasn't really about women as much as it was about equality. And that is where feminism falls. Feminism, the second wave feminism, was more understanding and realizing that post-war mentality put women on a lesser level than men in the culture that was raised in the 1950s and the 1960s and the 1970s, maybe even up to the 1980s. We viewed in the United States women as household keepers, people that would keep everything in order, women who would just stay at home watching the children, which is fine. But we have to come to the realization that that is a choice that you have to make on your own, if you're a man or a woman. And that was the second feminist movement. The second feminist movement was called the feminist movement because it was focused on feminism. It was focused on women because women were not being treated equally in the society that we came from, so therefore there had to be a feminist movement. Because our 1950s Leave It to Beaver lifestyle was not going to get us anywhere as a society, at least for the woman, because the women were put into this role, in this position, that they were less than men because we thought that only women were allowed to stay at home and cook and clean and take care of the children. Some men wanted to take care of the children themselves. Some men wanted to be stay-at-home dads. And yet, that was a womanly thing to do. So automatically, if you chose to be a stay-at-home dad, you were considered gay or some shit. And even in the 1990s and the early 2000s, they still called those men who wanted to do those stereotypical women's things as metrosexual, because apparently it's not a good thing to do what women usually are thought to do. And women weren't allowed, in the context of society, to do what men usually wanted to do, like owning a business or something. And I'm not really pro-business, but I'm not anti-business either. And you see now that there's a bunch of businesses out there that are known to have female leaderships, like the Pepsi-Cola industries and the Coca-Cola industry, ruled by women. Women are the CEOs, the CIOs, the CFOs, whatever it may be, and they run those companies like a powerhouse. After the second feminist movement, there was no need to have another feminist movement. Yet what did we do? We as a society thought, because certain people are stupid enough to think that rape is okay, not only that, but on top of that, think that only rape happens to women. And not only that, but think that the only the only style of abuse go towards women and not men. We've gotten ourselves into a can of worms where instead of the feminist movement being either for women's suffrage to help out everyone as a society to move forward, or because we actually had a legitimate complaint that society was putting women down, we have something that we have created on our own. We've created this idea that women are oppressed in our societal views, that women are apparently less than men after the second feminist movement. That should already make you wonder, we're creating this bullshit. Alright? We're creating this bullshit of women aren't as good as men because we think they aren't, because there's a feminist movement that's there to fight an invisible dinosaur that doesn't exist. It's stupid. Feminist movement of today is fucking stupid. And there's no need to have it. Like, all of you feminists out there of today, you do realize that you're creating this monster. And not only that, but now there's a fucking men's rights movement countering that, creating more bullshit that doesn't exist. This feminist movement, men's rights movement, this left-right dichotomy, this fucking stupid conglomeration that we made in our fucking society because there's a bunch of people fed up by little things that actually have to deal with equality and not men versus women. We create this stigma around men or the men's rights movement or the pigs, and they think that whenever a woman walks by that, that they're gonna rape them, which is fucking stupid. I'm not gonna rape a woman once a woman walks by. This is fucking stupid. No, I'm not. Rape has nothing to do with sex. Rape has everything to do with power. And then we think all the women are feminists, or that they're like really haughty about being women, and that like apparently every woman is a feminist, and that they think that guys' balls need to be cleaved off and paraded around town, which is only right for the fucking crazies that are in the feminist movement. We need to realize that men and women are exactly the same, and we are exactly the same in our rights movement that we should have. Instead of having a feminist movement, instead of having a men's rights movement, we don't need to do this bullshit. Because that's all it is. It's bullshit. Men and women are equal. We're exactly the fucking same. Men are pigs. Women are pigs. Some men are very nice and decent people. Some women are very nice and decent people. We need to realize that it's not men and women, black and white, red and brown, whatever it may be. We're the same. We are not groups. We were individuals as a collective society, and we need to start thinking what we're doing wrong as individuals.